You're listening to the Gettin Salty Experience podcast.
Away we go. Welcome back, Leatherhead Nation. Here we sit at the Firehouse kitchen table. And these shows are the best, bro. When we just do the Q&As and hang with the people in the chat, break the holes.
Yep.
It's the only one that brings the Firehouse kitchen table right to you.
This
Right
is
to your old lady, whoever else, your kids, your grandmother, your grandfather, my mother. You know, Steve is probably watching upstairs, right? What's he doing? Eating some kosher food and watching a show? What's he doing? We got a Q&A for you tonight. We also got some Gettin Salty company. What does it say on there too?
gettinsalty.com.
Golf tees. Ruffy's going to start handing out like a madman at the golf course. Yep.
nice. I like that. Good promo.
Swinging a big lumber, knocking the ball 300 yards. That's what
They don't hit woods anymore. Like woods are metal now, Coobs.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's
swinging a big graphite.
Cool. I remember when we used to cut school and we used to go play.
Allegedly, my mother's watching.
Oh, sorry.
Never cut school. Come on. You went to Catholic school.
Yeah.
How do you cut Catholic school? They used to keep a tight watch over there in mine. I don't know.
We didn't cut. I mean, we used to go play golf. That's what we did.
Yeah.
People used to go drink and hang out and commiserate with women. We went to go play golf.
Yeah.
Coobs, were you any good at golf?
Not really. I was okay. We were, about the same for a while. And then his mother started taking us, right? All the time.
Correct.
Cookie.
Casino.
And little Joey Michelle's father took us a couple of times. And then he kept playing. And I never played anymore. That was it. I think
golf is probably one of the most beautiful sports. I think it's awesome. I would love to get into it, but I can't make the ball leave the ground more than this. I swear I've never made it leave more than this.
You got to play often, bro. It's a game that you have to play often.
Yeah, no kidding. I've been around all the great players though, like Mickelson and Woods and all of them. I've covered all these golf events, right? Like I actually had Tiger Woods ask me like, what trick shot do you want to see? And I was just like, oh my God, like when his game came out or whatever. So we were at Chelsea Piers, right? And he goes,
I want to see the let's hide the Gamada trick.
Yeah. He failed. He couldn't land it.
He couldn't land it.
Couldn't land it. So I go, do the one where, you bounce the ball off the club and hit it. He's like, oh, that's it. And I was like, I don't know, hit the 200 yard sign, right? Because it's like a yellow sign with the black writing on it. So he does it. And he misses it by this much, and he goes, hold on, and he like calculates, and then does it again, and whack, and he hit it dead center, 200 yards, and the thing didn't just get hit; it went like the ball got sucked into the sign. It was like he could have won another 100 yards, I'm sure. Guy was amazing, really nice too, but not had the Gamad.
No, not the had the Gamad.
John, what's that guy's name? John Delmhorst. John, send me your address to gettinsaltyexperience at Gmail. I'll send you some teas, bro.
Nice.
Well, send all the golfers. I don't know. I'll send everybody.
Send everybody.
He
couldn't land it. Hello down there. This is us up here. You remember that was in the Mad World?
Yes.
Hello down there. This is us up here.
Do the teas get lost?
You
break. Yeah, you
break.
Okay. You crush it with a graphite like Lou. If you hit like 330.
If you get the 13 on the 11 with the slide, then you can break them.
Listen, if you
Lou, how's your what kind of drive do you have? Like what's your longest drive?
I'm pretty averaging like 230, 240. But I
hit like 300.
Catch it perfect. I hit it like 275.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is you're no Happy Gilmore, but you can hit that ball.
What was he slapping it out of?
400.
Come on, no way.
My drive is to the bagel store in the morning and back. That's what my drive is, bro.
Oh man, that's fun though. I really, you know what? I gotta get into golf later on in life. I'm gonna do that, man.
Gabe wants some couple naked lady tees for you.
That hat.
And that hat. What do you get, a free bowl of soup with that hat?
Oh. Hey,
Rangers got to regroup
we
tomorrow.
Gotta do a follow-up show with Danny Dwyer. We haven't done a follow-up show. We should do a follow-up show.
Was he moved to another department, right? That's what happened with him.
That was one of the funniest shows. You know what's funnier? After the show, he was blitzed in the after show, bro. Remember he was
allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Bates is saying thanks to you, Coobs, for the t-shirt. Robert Bates.
Oh, yeah. Sorry it took so long, bro. We were traveling, and I got to get the face shield again. I sent out a couple, but this kid's address. I don't know what's up. He's in Canada. I don't know.
Hello to everybody in the chat. Hello, Susie. Hello, everyone. Hello. Shalom. Should we just crack the quick couple of things we got to do with housekeeping? First of all, in terms of housekeeping, real quick, everybody.
Lee said my drive's 300 yards, 150 straight, 150 left.
Nice, Fatty Lee. Real quick, housekeeping. This week we do not have a show Thursday. It's on Wednesday, and it's our 100th episode.
Oh, hats and horns on Wednesday, bro. Bring it.
Everybody better show up. Everybody better show up. It's going to be Chief of Department. It's going to be
hats and horns? Not on the show. Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be hats and horns. What do you mean?
Chief of Department, Tommy Richardson.
Remember he came into the kitchen. He was breaking balls, throwing them around.
A close personal friend of ours.
He's a friend of ours.
Chief of Department.
Tommy. Friend of ours. All right, Rocco. I need a drink. I'll be right back.
Tommy, Chief of Department. Ill prepared. Hello.
Wow.
All right, Pete, do your thing while Louis off doing whatever.
Oh, okay. Well,
it's not like we're not used to Louis not being on the show, man. Good golf, bro.
Oh, my God. All right. Well, a couple quick things, guys. gettinsaltyapparel.com, where you will find the coolest, freshest firefighter apparel and accessories in the game. That's right. That's how we support ourselves around here with things like t-shirts, hats,
I gotta stop
hoodies.
1 second. I just saw my bestest buddy Matthew Neary in the chat.
Matthew Neary,
one of the funniest motherfuckers, and I'm gonna have him on the 107th show.
Let's tell Matthew Neary's story to warm him up later on.
Matthew Neary's story.
Yeah, there's probably many.
Matthew was the guy that was on the that thing with me, that rider, the what do you call that thing that we're on, like the scooter, but the guy in the cart had me and him with the costume on. He was the Blue Baron. I was.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right.
I know Matt 20 years. I've never heard anybody say Matthew ever in my life.
Matthew Neary.
He put it in
never. Did he?
Matthew. We used to call him Matthew Dick Nose Neary.
Oh,
I don't know. Yeah,
I don't know why. All right, real quick. Gettinsaltyapparel.com, guys. T-shirts, hats, hoodies, shot glasses, pint glasses, partner saw, cigar cutters, toenail. What's that? The Hearst tool toenail clippers. Oh, the Getting Salty apparel. Golf tees, all that sort of stuff.
Naked
guys.
lady tees, naked lady tees,
naked lady tees here, hat there. All right, you get them all. You get tumblers and all that good stuff on gettinsaltyapparel.com. And if you want to support us and support the show, support us there. And also, guys, tonight or anytime, actually, if you're watching this in the future, if you want to throw us a few shekels, throw it to us on the super chat. Doesn't have to be live, guys. It can be post-mortem after the show is over and you're watching it and you feel like throwing us a couple shekels, throw us a couple shekels. That's anything is fine because you guys are our number one sponsors. Also, if you guys have a super chat that you have to have asked a question, shoot it to us in the super chat tonight. Please do. It's our Q&A show, as always, of course. Questions coming directly from you. Boom. That's everything.
Great job. But we got to get patriotic before we start the hijinks, bro.
Oh, my God. Okay. Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Do you guys know what today is?
No, what's today?
Today is June 6th.
What's that?
June 6th, 1944. D-Day, the Day of Days.
Never heard.
Wow. Yeah, patriotic.
Checking out the Instagram page there, Pete? Well, you maybe haven't gone on there to see what was posted.
No. I'm not saying that you don't know. I'm just throwing it out to the people.
So while we're talking about naked lady tees, there were guys that were 18 years old storming a beach that had no idea what the hell they were doing.
Yeah, they weren't snowflakes. They didn't need safe fucking spaces. I can tell you that much, bro.
They walked into machine gun nests. Actually, my wife's grandfather was third wave. So third or fourth wave. He came in on Omaha Beach, actually.
Wow.
Actually, yesterday during the Ranger game, right before the game started, they had a guy who was at, I don't know if he was at Omaha or Utah, one of the beaches, 96 years old, bro.
Yes.
96.
Jeff Nelson,
Yeah.
keep asking the same question. We are going to have Jay Jonas. He's going to do a regular spot on here. We're trying to get him for a regular spot, hopefully.
Mhm.
Right. But Pete, before we get
you can get him on your show, Jeff, if you want.
Yeah. Oh, the Jeff Nelson show?
Oh,
very popular.
Oh, yeah.
Let's before we get into the hijinks, I got a little bit of bad news. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but we have to start off that way, Pete. Can you Unfortunately, I got some news today. This morning I got an email, and it's really got me shaken.
It's awful.
It's terrible.
It's the worst thing I've ever seen.
Can you pull it up, Pete? So I did a DNA test. I did a DNA test, and I found out
Southern Italy. Forget about it.
That I am almost 25% Italian.
I love it.
You
fucking guinea bastard. You.
Oh my God.
I'm almost 25%, quarter percent, 25% Italian. How in the fuck am I going to make fun of these guinea wop bastards anymore?
Coops, at least you're 9% Irish. Only the better half. Only the better 9.
Only the good side. Only the better side. Hey, Sammy Peters says there's absolutely no bad bitch in your DNA test whatsoever. 0%.
You got no Native American?
No.
That sucks. I wish there was.
I could say I was. You know what I mean? I could do what's her face?
Oh, a Pocahontas.
I could do a Pocahontas.
But to be fair, I will say something. To be fair to the Pocahontas, everybody in Oklahoma thinks that they got some native in them. You know what I mean? Which is a fact. But okay, so let's look at this. Germanic European, 44%.
I knew I was German. That's for sure.
9.
Right. And then there was rumors. Listen, my father was adopted, and there was always a rumor that his mother got pregnant by an older gentleman who was an Italian man who was a cab driver from Queens. That's the only information that we got from my father. Yes. He didn't tell me. He told my brother, and I didn't find out until after my father died.
So, you got 18% Sicilian.
Yeah,
and 5% Northern.
Do you ever find yourself wanting to say minchia all the time?
I say it now. I say it all of a sudden. I told my wife today, I go, you get out of line. I'll give you the fucking back of this. You know what I mean? I'll give it to you.
Oh, I put the bathrooms in this place. That's who I am.
You see, you like marble floors? You like marble counters? Oh my God!
Tell a woman with 2 black eyes.
I told her twice already.
What else? There's nothing else to tell her. Yeah. Forget about it.
Well, so I'm sorry to put that business out there.
I'm sorry, Coops.
I know why you're always wearing guinea tees all the time.
Yeah. I got the gold. Now I'm gonna start wearing the gold chains.
Cole said he's a made man. He's a made man.
I'm gonna put the red horn hanging in my fucking rearview mirror now.
Why do you have a red pepper hanging from your rearview mirror?
It's to keep the demons away.
It's the demons, you know. You don't have that in your family.
All right.
Okay, I guess we have a Q&A to do.
Let's get with the show. Yeah.
First question from the emails, guys.
Yeah, do it. Come on,
How many
do it.
questions we got? How many?
We got 11 tonight. That's good.
Ooh,
perfect number. All right, here we go. Hey, bro. Mainly for Coobs, but feel free to chime in, Lou. Apologize in advance for the million questions like a 4-year-old. My questions are, how does it work with the FDNY with chauffeurs? If multiple guys are qualified chauffeurs, who gets to drive? Once qualified, how do you get the seat? Is it seniority or skill? And if you're a seated chauffeur and a minor, I'm sorry, if you are seated chauffeur and a more seated chauffeur transfers over, does he get the seat? Thanks again for cranking out one of the best podcasts ever. Your brother from the West Coast, Saul.
Well, Saul sent the hot picture. He was the first hot old lady picture, bro.
Better call Saul.
Better call Saul.
Yeah. Listen, if a guy transfers in, I don't care how much he goes to the bottom of the list in seniority in the house. So you respect his time, but it doesn't count when things come up like a seated chauffeur. So it usually it usually goes by seniority, but it also goes by if you're a guy who's a senior guy and you've had like 15 accidents, so you keep getting lost going to boxes, then you're not getting the seat. But it usually goes by seniority. You get the seat. Next guy up.
I mean, some guys do pass it up. Like, they might.
Some guys don't want to drive. Yeah. There are senior guys who just want to stay on the back step, which is cool. There's some guys who just don't like the pressure, especially in the squad. Because if you're getting a ticket, it's not like your first, second, third due area. You could be going all the way out to a street somewhere in Bayside. You know, and if you're not getting it, the guys are going to be screaming at you. You know, especially if you're lost and you see Rescue 4 fly by you on the parkway.
Oh,
like, holy shit! Yeah, so it definitely goes by seniority, but also, you know, there's other factors that weigh into it because there was some senior guys who had the seat and they got pulled out of the seat for various reasons.
All right.
I like them apples.
MC's audio is saying that tonight's show feels like an old episode of Opie and Anthony.
Yeah, bro.
That was a good show, man. I enjoyed that show.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Good answer, Coobs. Anything to add to that, Lewis?
I sucked at driving.
Really?
You know what? When a man knows his limitations,
I drove very fast, but
yeah.
I must have broke. I don't know how many mirrors I broke on Evans, right? Captain Evans. That
was it just judging space? That was
how about on Gero? You broke the one in the tunnel.
I broke it in the tunnel. But I got there fast.
You took the tires out one day with.
I did. They used to call me Louis Lugnuts because I used to rattle the rig out of the firehouse.
Pull it out of the firehouse and they'd be like, oh. I'm like, whoa, Louis hit the side again.
Sucked. But I got there fast. I did get there fast.
Louis Lugnuts.
All right. Actually, this question came from me, but it's going to be for all of us. Hello, gents. This question is for Pete. What's your favorite old school tip? And if you could offer an old school tip, what would it be? So why don't you guys go first? Because that's not appropriate for me to go first with your.
Of course, it's
you guys.
appropriate.
Yeah. Nah, you guys go first, man. I don't want to take.
No, after you. Really.
No.
Okay.
All
right. My favorite old school tip is the one about standing around on the stairs, not clogging the stairs up. I like that one a lot because it's such a very practical tip. And then of all the guys on the show, I kind of have two favorites. That one I like for practicality, but the other one is Nicolello in the truck. You must just total destruction from every position. Exactly. And if I could offer one thing that I've learned just by being an outsider on this show is you have 2 ears and one mouth for a reason. It's about listening and learning, especially when you're new at the firehouse. So that would be it for me. I think it's all about listening and listening to your senior man, finding that guy who's going to mentor you up, and then just performing to the standard. So that's it.
I know what Louis' favorite one's going to be. Go ahead, Ruff.
Well, I got two. I think I gave this one.
Three. Go ahead.
I gave this one. It's about, just taking, if you get up the stairs and there's fire at the top of the stairs, but you still need to search and you can get to a room in the back, you take the spindles and get up on the landing. And if something happens, you don't have to go over the railing if you're going to bail out of there. So you can, but again, don't take too many spindles because then you make the railing weak. And if somebody leans on it later on the job, they could take
like
the
a fat guy from 140 falls on top of your leg in the job. And
and two, the Patty Lee. I don't know if Patty Lee's going to remember. Maybe he taught him this. I don't know.
Don't give your can up.
Paulie Sokol. Paulie Sokol taught me this, and we were on Steinway Street, and we went to I guess it was an old. I think there was a job there, and the roll downs were just cut, like they cut the TP or they cut the square. And they pulled the slats and they left the locks there. Everything was there. I don't remember what the whole story was, but the lock was there and we practiced on the lock. And he told me to go over there and put my pike of the Halligan in the lock. And he was going to hit it with the maul. And he told me that once that releases, he said, when you stand there and you have that, you should spread your legs a little bit because, and guide the Halligan through your legs. So because it could get you, and once it releases from the hasp, when he hits it with the maul, it could embed in your shin, for God's sakes, right? So I'm like, all right.
Bad day.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, let me try, let me think about it. So sure as shit, I spread my legs a little bit. I put the Halligan, holding it like this, tight with a little leverage so that it wasn't clanking around. And he swung and he hit it. And I went like this. And the thing went through my leg. I had the Halligan in my hand and the lock went flying across the street like a bullet, like all the way across. So you can imagine if that pike would have hit you in the leg, that would have got in there pretty good. So that was something I always remembered. I used to tell guys that all the time.
All right, what's your favorite old school tip of the day then? This is what I think.
The spindle.
No, that somebody else did.
Oh, definitely Dombrowski.
I know you. I knew you were going to say that.
Definitely
Shut the fuck
Dombrowski.
up, right?
Shut the, you know how many times I said that at a fire? I mean, how many times I just had to say, not on the nozzle, but just in general. Just shut the fuck up. You cry, you're panicking, whatever it is that you were doing, just shut up.
Yeah.
I can't hear you anyway with your face piece on. You're banging all over the place.
Yeah. Get in there, Scott. Get in there, Scott. What are you doing? Shut the fuck up, dude. Shut up.
I'm not going to say it, man. I'm not going. You're on the Rockwood, baby. You're on the
Rockwood, baby. Well, that was one of mine, but I'm not. I got to get another one because I knew that was going to be roofies. One of my other favorite was what's his name from the telephone
Avalanche.
Dan. Why am I fucking forgetting his name now, dude? That's terrible.
Danny Noonan.
Danny Noonan. But he said when you're searching, if you find one kid, usually there's another kid right there. Yeah, because he's protecting his baby brother, his baby sister. So
when you suck in the air from the floorboards, that's
yes. And also the other one was from Lois when she says, if you're gonna rob something, you better make sure it's the Hope Diamond.
Yeah, that's a great one. Yes. Oh man, you guys really
my old school tip of the day is you can operate a 2.5 by yourself if you need to. If you put the line between yourself and the wall and you lean into the wall, you can operate a 2.5, which is very difficult to do with somebody on the line by yourself. The only problem is you can't advance it by yourself with the line open. You have to shut it down, which Louis hates, but you can operate a 2.5 by yourself if you pinch it against the wall, with your knee against the wall or something, whip it around, shut it down a little bit, advance it, pin it against the wall again and whip it around. And my other one is, never take for granted when you go somewhere if it's clear, especially if it's a cluttered basement, because I got the task as a chauffeur one time to shut the utilities down in a basement in a commercial fire. And it was fine when I walked down there, but there was boxes from floor to ceiling. It was like a maze. I shut the utilities and I turned around and it was fucking lights out, zero visibility. And it was no good, not good. That's a puckering moment. Yep, absolutely. And thank God, I'm gonna say this. I won't say his name. There's another guy from the squad who saw I went down there, and he was at the top of the stairs, and he just kept calling me, and I followed his voice to the stairs. But never take for granted, the environment that you're in, because it can go lights out in like 2 seconds, and you're fucked. So. That's my two old school tips.
And then you can't run down the block, Pete. When that
happens. There's no running down the block. Yeah.
Oh my God.
And that's not even a triple subseller.
You say something once, it stays with you forever. Yeah.
Build 1,000 bridges, Pete. 1,000 bridges.
1,000
if
bridges.
If you
dabble one time,
you're
cork.
Sucker.
Cork suck.
If you suck one cork, you're known as a cork sucker.
You're not a bridge builder anymore, Pete.
Holy shit. I was green. Green. All right.
Go ahead, Pete. Give me another one. What do you got?
All right. We got one from our boy Big John Albanese. He says, Dennis Smith wrote that you're a fireman when you wouldn't walk a block to see one. A fire, right? So obviously the lieutenant and Kevin are two of the best firemen in the city's history. However, would they walk a block to see one? What? Or
John,
have you been there, done that?
John smoking some heavy shit.
Stay off the bong, bro.
Stay off the bong. You two are the best ever. But okay, so would you walk a block to see one? I know Kev has a good story.
I do, dude. I was when I was dating Dawn one time. I just got off duty. And I came home and I was taking a nap. Duty. I said, duty. And she goes, I think there's a fire down the block or something.
What? Where?
Like 2 blocks away. She's like, I think there's a fire. Sure as shit. I walk like 2 blocks and it is fucking blowing out like 4 windows. And Rescue 4 is there. And it went south all of a sudden. They were up on the 2nd floor. And I guess it was asses and both. There was guys diving out the windows and people who were watching it were like, oh my God, get out of there, get out of there. And it wound up couple of days later, I found out that it was right by 288, bro, because that's where the one lived. That they had 2 Polish guys, wrapped up in carpet who shot in the head, and they were.
Oh yeah, nice. Yeah. Oh, I was at that job.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I was at that job. That was there's a parking lot there. Is it there?
Now there is. Yeah.
No, there might be a building there now. No, there was.
Oh,
I
but
was
they
at that
tore
job.
it down.
I went there. Yeah, I went there with 117. It was a towel ladder job. I remember that job.
When you went over there, did you know some guys and did you offer to help in some way?
No, negative.
You just stood there and just watched and sucked it all, absorbed it all.
Yeah, man.
Sucked it
It
in.
was at that time. I swear to God, people were screaming, and guys from Rescue
Holy
4 were
shit.
diving out the window onto the ladder.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
It wasn't Mikey Milner, was it?
No, I don't remember. I don't think so.
How about you, Louis? Anything like that?
I had a job. I think I said this when we first started the podcast. I had a job. I had just got married. I was living in Whitestone, and right down the block from 144 truck and 295. And I mean, literally, I think I was only living there a few months, and I see it. Patty Lee, right?
Walked out his door. He saw a church fully involved.
Oh, shit.
So something woke me up. I lived on the first floor, and I wake up and I see lights outside, like through the windows, and through the shades. So I get out and I open the front door and I look to my left, which was 149th Street, 147th Street, and I see smoke pouring down, down the street, like just blowing that way. And all of a sudden I hear glass breaking. I'm like, holy shit. I close the door. Yeah, exactly. I go running through my house and I open the back door. And my house was one of the first house that faced the street. The two houses over the fence from my backyard faced the avenue. So the back of the house is there. And I saw the OV with the ladder, putting the ladder up, and the fire was out into the alleyway. Coobs, you came to this job. Actually, I saw you guys after the job was over. I saw the OV put the ladder up. Perfect. He got up there. He trimmed the window out. It was coming out square. I'm like, there ain't no way this guy's going in there. Like, I'm thinking to myself, it was coming out square. Right before he went in, like he was up there cleaning it out, and he turned around to the guy. There was a guy butting the ladder. I told the guy, I said, they were working on the house, like in the basement. I know they was, torching shit because I was doing work in my house. The guy went right in there. Bloop. I seen his feet hanging out the window. He went right in. I was like, yeah, bro. He went in there. I saw him taking glass. All of a sudden, I see steam coming out the window. The fire went out.
Nice.
And like 10 minutes later, Coop showed up. I'm like, Coops, great job, bro. Squad's in. All right, take off.
Thank you.
195 did 295 did a great job.
Wow. Yeah, good job, bro.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Holy shit.
I said, all right, well, I hope that guy's working when I'm here. I hope
Yeah.
I have a house kitchen on fire.
My house don't burn down.
All right. I got one for you guys, actually. This is for me. All right. What was the scariest job? Like something that really got you, shook you to the core, that you ever had, not including 9/11, and how did you move past that in your career? Something that kind of freaked you out, and how'd you move past that moment?
I already told you that was Father's Day for me.
No, I know it was Father's Day for you.
I
guess
I came back early from medical leave, and they were telling me not to. But the only way to shake that is to get back to work.
Yeah.
So that's why I rushed back. And I remember Ongaro telling me, "You're not ready to come back. Don't come back. Stay out. Stay out." So I think Father's Day was in June. I came back at the end of July.
Holy shit! How long were they telling you to stay out for?
I don't know. Which,
As
and
long as you needed.
then 9/11 happened.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Nuts. How about
the one that me and Ruffy went to was pretty scary. That job we talked about in Massmith with a fire wrapped around behind us, but he wouldn't hand you the line. That didn't really shake us up.
No.
One of the worst jobs I think I've had. I mean, I had a couple right before I got out that were pretty scary, but the one that sticks out to me, I had a basement job, and I was the first. The line wasn't ready yet, and I went down the stairs, and when I got to the bottom, there was a door there, and now everybody started coming. Like you talk about guys going up the stair. Now guys were coming down the stair.
Oh no!
And
now I'm kind of stuck as the first guy, and now it's getting hot, and we're waiting for the line to come because first of all we have to force the door because the door, if I remember right, opened to me, right? So think about this: you got all these guys coming down the stairs, and you can't see, and now the door opened to us, and I'm the first guy down there, and now we have to kind of wiggle around to try and get the irons up there to force the door. And now the line is behind them coming down, and now it's getting hotter. And so I'm leaned up against the side behind the door, and like my face piece is like, now think about it, these guys are like gorillas. Like we're all down there. It's like, and I could just feel my face, like the face piece sliding off, and I'm like holding the air, and I'm thinking to myself, and I cannot get out of there.
And it's got to be awkward with the irons too, right? Because
I didn't have the irons.
I was the force.
Someone's trying to get them though, right?
Well, they're all behind me. They're trying to force the door. So I'm like squished up against the wall, and I feel my face piece is like moving, and it was just a bad spot, man. I just felt like myself amping up, and I really had to like think to myself, control your breathing. Like I was really starting to not panic, but I was in a bad spot, And sure as shit, like they popped the door, and I had to like say, back up, like, because now I'm kind of like behind the door. So everybody backed up a little bit, and I scooched out, and everybody fell like down onto the floor, and the fire was like rolling around right there. It was into the meter and all this other shit. It was like into the wall and everything, and it was all curtained. They hung their clothes there. Everything was on fire, So,
oh my God. Yeah, that sucks. That sounds like and because a stairway, especially going into a New York basement, for people who don't know, is a very claustrophobic place to begin with. You know what I mean?
Now you got 82 fucking guys on the stairs.
And plus the line is trying to get down. They don't know that we're stuck there, and that's why after that job, I would tell guys, wait here until I went down to find, just to get to the bottom, and then, then bring them down.
Yeah. Wow.
That was no bueno.
No bueno indeed. That's fucked
Now
up.
imagine if that was a triple sub seller.
Well, so apropos question here. Thanks for answering that, you guys. I appreciate that. David Ailes in the chat, super chat, is saying, "What's the story with Lou's hatred with triple sub sellers?" I think that's pretty obvious, but go ahead, Lou. Who the fuck wants to go with triple
sub seller?
I mean, if you've ever been to a basement job, you know how scary that could be. So I've gone to Manhattan a few times where, to help as the squad on something, and the chief would say, we have something burning here, whatever. And to get down into those spots is just, there's only one way out most of the time, and
I'm out.
And only one way down.
Yeah, Chief Steve talks about when he first became a lieutenant, and he was in 55 engine. And he had a job in a triple sub cellar, and he was going down. Like a couple of guys were coming up, and it was already banked down. And he was like, "Where's the fire?" And they're like, "Keep going."
Yeah. In fact, the one of them we went with, I think it was Captain Murphy.
Yeah.
It was like I don't know. I think it was a Dwayne Reed, and it was two basements down, and they had along the way down, along the staircase, they had that chute that they put the boxes on the wheels that slide down.
Yeah.
So your stairway coming up was it was like this. Yeah. You know what I mean? Compared to what the stairway was, just because they were using half of it or more than that for 2/3 of it for stock. So now you go down there, and I don't even remember if there was sprinklers down there. So a lot of times you get down there, the sprinklers kind of put stuff out, but it's just nasty smoke. You can't see shit, and again, you only know there's one way out of there. And if there's people on the stairs, you talk about that. Yeah, like Patty Lee said, there's no ventilation. You can't. Everything stays there, and the smoke stays there. You only have X amount of air. In fact, when I first came on the job, the probie passed away in a basement. I think from CO. From probably something that it was definitely sub cellar or triple sub cell. I think it was Lerna. Was it Lerna? It might have been Lerna.
I thought Lerna was the who was in the department store. Was that the?
Oh, that might have been. I don't know. There was two guys that died. Lerna was one of them, I think.
I bet you.
I don't remember. Somebody will know. But if you can't vent anything, it's and if there's a lot of fire,
all you need is a couple of hits to CO. You're done, bro.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked
and that's
up.
kind of similar to we started practicing this too. This is another one of those things. You talk about triple sub cellar. We did the shipboard firefighting. Yeah. Oh,
that was
at the Rock, that trip that they got at the Rock.
No.
Maritime College. We would go to the boat, and the fire would be like 3 or 4 decks down, bro.
Huh.
And you
go down one of those. So you can't even walk down those stairs when you could see.
Oh, no. If you ever
They're straight down.
Again,
It's not like a staircase in your house. It's like
this.
straight down.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Go.
You're holding on to both rails like that are right.
Yeah.
Just
Now
outside your
imagine
head.
doing that blindfolded.
And that's that. And hold on, that's in a controlled setting. That's in some. That's like a
It's make believe, but you still in your head.
Right.
It's still
right.
fucked.
So you're puckering at that just because it's your anxiety.
Right.
So imagine if there's a real shipboard fire.
Yeah, we're talking
there.
about that job back in what was it, the 60s or whenever the plane crash was, and then they had the fire on the boat.
Correct. That was 1960, I think, or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
The
that's the
Constellation.
real deal. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
go
the real
down in
deal.
there.
When there's real fire down there, and you know,
Jesus.
when you go to doing those drills, you're like, oh, there's no real fire here, but it's still, your ass is still puckering, man.
BI is definitely worse.
Yeah.
I'd still rather go to the fire.
Which is worse? Triple
He wants to know
subcellular.
if me and Louie ever had a fight and we don't talk to each other. Never
Like
happened.
a fist fight or a talk?
No, she
like
says a fight that we had, and
I mean, we argue once in a while, even now. Sometimes
we argue fast and hard, and then it's over. Like we yell a lot, and then it's over. It's done.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I don't think there was ever a time we didn't talk to each other.
No, I don't think it gets to that, but we could definitely listen when you tell each other the truth. That's it.
I just had this conversation with my wife today. Like with this, that the reason we're friends for so long is because we just tell each other how it is. That's it, and then it's over. We don't hold anything. Sometimes we'll fight and we'll yell, and then we hang up, and then I don't know. We don't even.
Well, you start thinking about it too. I mean, I'm a very fast. He's more of a controlled guy, so. When he stays controlled, that pisses me off. So I have to fucking, and I think he knows that even more now. So he tries to be this Lou.
It pisses me off too, Lou. I'm with you on this one.
I tell him, back it up a little bit.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, take it easy, you fuck. You're like, take it easy. Like all of a sudden you're Mr. Calm guy now. And of course, his son calls me the switch because I could be great, laughing, cool as a cucumber, nothing really pissing me off, and then I'm like this. The next thing I know, I'm standing on the soapbox.
That's what I usually say. Yeah, nothing's good coming out this. I got
Cheese Man in the chat saying while in the Navy he fought an engine fire, a room fire, and the Kitty Hawk. Talk about pucker factor. 6 sailors died.
Oh shit, Cheese!
Damn, Cheese.
Cheese did all. I mean, like you said, he did all that. He did that that was real. Obviously, fucking 6 people died, but that's.
Check out our episode with the Cheese Man. Check out our episode with the Cheese Man.
I love that episode. Cheese Man. I learned a lot about the Cheese Man, bro.
He was a hairdresser.
I forgot that.
That's still my favorite. That's
my favorite. A hairdresser, wrestler, a boxer, and now he's a jiu-jitsu guy.
And he was an officer in SOC, in Rescue and 252 and Rescue 4, but he was a hairdresser.
He was a hairdresser too.
No, you were a barber, right? No.
I was a hairdresser.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Cheese. He's a purple belt, and just so you, for the uninitiated, purple belt's a very good belt, man. That's all I can tell you.
You see what Patty Lee? They were both Ginzos. Now I'm a Ginzo. See that? Now I'm a
Ginzo. You're both Italian. You know how you Ginzos argue, Patty Lee. Oh my God.
See what Cheese just wrote? They were all found at the hatch.
Oh man.
Yeah, that ain't no joke.
Cheese, come on. Why you gotta bring me down like that, Cheese?
Well, Chris Burke is asking Lou on the scale of a whole pucker. Would you prefer a basement or a cellar fire or a ship fire training? What's worse?
Ship fire.
Ship fire. Right?
Ship fire is
that's fucked.
That's as scary as it gets. I mean, for real, if it was real deal. I mean, like I said, even the training is real, right? I mean, the training is real deal.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine going down those things with a line. I mean, it's impossible to maneuver. I mean, you only have X amount of air. I mean, how do you come out of that? By the time you get down there, that's the thing. By the time you get down 4 or 5 levels, you got to come out. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Just go on the freaking Intrepid if anyone wants to just have a nice casual stroll on the Intrepid and go from floor to floor on the ship's stairs, and you'll be jammed up. Like there's lines of casual, there's no fire. There's just museum goers, right? And it's jammed up, and you're trying to figure a way out, and someone's got to stop. That's why those 6 guys were by the hatch, man. This shit is tiny.
It's a basement, just a regular basement. Basements are shitty, man.
Oh
You
yeah,
know what I
I'm
mean?
not on
Just going
basements.
down to basements is a shitty.
a lot of
Going
shit
down
in
the
the
You
basement.
interior
know what's the
stairs.
worst? Forget the interior says. How about going down to the Bilko doors when it's fucking pumping out there, bro?
That's
Those
what I
are pretty. Those are pretty vertical too.
So this was the best. One of my last jobs. The guys at 288 make fun of this all the time, but one of my last jobs was basement job, right? And there was a stair right there in the front, right to the bottom. It was chugging out of there, black. And I fucking mask up. I go down there, and it's like fucking hot as tits coming out of there. I come back up. I'm like, Ripstein, get down there. He had the nozzle. I'm like, I was gonna go in there and start searching. I'm like, get down there, bro.
Ripstein, get down there.
Yeah.
Ripstein. His name is Scotty Rip.
Ripstein's in the seat now, bro.
He is in the seat.
Yeah.
Good shit,
He
boys.
did a great job. It was all the way in the back too, the fire.
All right, here we go. Question number 5 from the emails. From 21 Truck Tillerman, is there any chance that the 5th man is coming back?
That's like a union question. I don't think that's ever happening. I think some of the
Oh, they have it. They have like
some
the
of them
business
are
engines have it.
right, but they're not getting it all back. Yeah, the 5th
No, well,
man's
whatever
back.
it is, I think there's, I don't know, 20 engines that have it, and then if it depends on the medical leave or something. If the medical leave goes up, then they lose guys. I don't know if that's still the same or if it's.
It's never going back to 5-man engines.
Gabe Fox says, "I'm just here for the tits."
Where is he from? Where is Gabe Fox from? I don't know. I think he's on. Is he on our job? Gabe, where you from, bro?
That's funny.
Oh my god.
Hottest tits. Can you say that anymore? I don't even know if you can say that.
We can because we don't give a shit.
Yeah, we don't care.
Yeah.
Joe Malaga's saying is he going to start to yell? Is he going to start to yell, Karen?
Karen.
Oh, poor Ray Liotta. All right, one more for 21 Truck. Why does Rescue 5 leave Staten Island for boxes in Brooklyn, but Squad 8 can't leave Staten Italy?
I think they want to keep one special unit on the island, right? If something else comes in.
Well, Squad 8 is all the way on the other end of Staten Island, so it might be the same.
They're like
distance.
close to fucking Jersey.
Yeah, it might be the same distance for Squad. Plus those are Squad 1 boxes already. So, Rescue 5 is right at the bridge. So for them to get into Brooklyn is just going over the bridge. So they're getting there faster than Rescue 2. But you know what? I don't know that
subject. Yeah, but I think those are Squad.
Yeah,
1
they want to have
anyway.
somebody on there all the time, right?
Yeah, Those are Squad 1 boxes anyway.
No, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm hip.
Yeah. I'm hip.
Yeah. For real, even. All right.
Well, what they could do is get a map. They could get a map and start mapping everything out with the little army men and all that stuff. Because I did that, and then you could throw it all in the garbage because it doesn't work.
Right. Exactly. You know what else don't work?
Go ahead.
Tits on a cow.
The vaccine doesn't work.
The vaccine doesn't work.
It don't work.
No, it does not. It don't.
No,
work.
but if you get it, it doesn't. No, it don't work.
Don't work.
All right, let's move on fast.
Yeah. All right.
Fireman is me. Question: when you started the podcast, did you think this would be a big deal with a loyal following?
This guy did.
Yeah, Kev definitely was like 100%. We're gonna make this thing a big deal.
It's gonna get bigger.
And the thing is that I agree it's gonna get much bigger. I think it moves a little slower than
Joe Rogan
than I would like because of the technological challenges for some folks. I really do. I think a lot of people aren't on social media and maybe not on YouTube.
I hand out cards. I just met some dude today who's retired for 33 years in a bank. I gave him a card. So I hope he signs on.
But I think this has real big potential. I do.
Lou still isn't sure about it. Yo, Fox, where are you from?
You can act like a man.
Fox didn't say
What's the matter with you?
Yeah, I don't know. I 100% think that this has a huge potential. Let's just put it this way: if every single firefighter in the country listened to the show, it wouldn't have to be any bigger than that.
We have a lot of time, guys, too. Yeah,
right.
So if you pricks call your friends and tell them to subscribe, what are you doing?
You know, it's funny as we go to the show, and I would say half the people Never even heard of it.
Yeah.
Heard of it.
Although
That's super disappointing.
A large percent of people, because Cliffy used to say, when the guys would come into the I love the podcast. Cliffy's line was, "What podcast? They have a podcast?" So, but
Chris Burke, you haven't seen my wife because she's going to come on to the wives show when we do the next wives show.
She's hot.
Oh, Pete's wife. Oh yeah. We are going to do the wife show. Yep, it's coming. Hey, we got AJ. Who are we going to have to ask the questions though? We have to get somebody else. You know what we'll do?
MC.
Oh, bingo! We'll get MC. He'll ask the questions.
He'll run the show.
And
That'll be awesome.
Yes.
Oh man! Oh yeah! Patty Lee is saying that the technological difficulty is Lou, Kevin, Pete.
He ain't lying.
Patty's fast.
He's on fire tonight, bro.
I love Patty Lee.
For an old, decrepit Irishman.
Well, it's not 9 o'clock yet. As soon as he hits 9 o'clock, he'll be in bed. So don't worry about it.
Because reruns of Matlock are on at that time.
He likes Murder, She Wrote.
Murder, She Wrote. Oh, I didn't. Sorry.
What was
Columbo.
that? Gomer Pyle. He's like
Gomer Pyle. Yeah, man. I think the show's going to get much bigger. I really do, and I only hope it does because
MC said he'll do it. All right, we got the wife show coming up, and MC will do it.
Oh, favorite non-fire emergency go to. Also, Lou, come on my show, damn it, from MC's Audio.
I like auto extrication. I like ripping the cars up.
Yeah.
I can tell you what I don't like. Roofy knows it.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Man under the train. Out on man or woman under. Really.
Is it just because it's messy?
Oh, it's fucking messy.
Yeah.
It's always messy. And then you not only that, you're going down there. Normal regular companies don't go down, but special operations goes down with the live third rail. So I'm out. Yeah, I don't like it.
Ugh, gross.
Out. What about
not
you?
Not the messiness. The third rail freaks me out.
What about you, Ruffy? The
no, yeah, I like the pin jobs. I don't know. You know what it is most of the time that would be, all those runs, most of them are bullshit. Even though like the rope jobs and all that stuff, but
I'm out on kids.
Lou's favorite job call is num 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 from Will Wolfgang.
Oh, I gotta say, Will Wolfgang, thank you for dude. Remember we went down to we were just Harrisburg, and he started feeding me those peanut butter filled pretzels. That crazy man sent me a case of peanut butter filled pretzels. So.
Yeah, Patty Lee's out on the kids too.
I like the Man in the Machine runs too. Those are fun.
Oh, Man in the Machine's good. Yep.
What's Man in the Machine? Explain.
If you're, they're usually
you're making raviolis. Next thing you know, you're
up the arms.
Your elbow in
your elbow's caught in something, the grinder. Well, it could be too. You know what? We used to get a lot when kids used to stick their hands in the, the gumball machines.
Yeah.
What happens is they would stick their hand in, but when they would get in there, they would grab on to whatever toy was in there, and they couldn't get their hand out because their hand was like this now. It was stuck. So
what'd you have to do?
We had a couple soda machines too, like that.
Did you smash the machine? Did you smash the glass?
We had a Man in the Machine kit that had all intricate tools that had saws and wizard saws.
Wow, I've never heard this. That's really cool.
Yeah, me and Ruffy went to that one time when the kid jumped over the fence and the thing went right through the back of his leg.
We just became the squad, and
the iron, the wrought iron
through his leg.
Went right through the back of his legs.
So we cut the gate and wrapped it with him.
That is awful. Why? Wait. First of all, why would you cut? You wouldn't pull it out just because.
Never pull it out.
No, you never pull anything out.
The bleed, right?
I don't know. Rescue Force got that picture recorded. A guy fell out of. I don't know where he fell, and the wrought iron bar went through here, and it came out through his mouth. He was like this.
They still have that gate in Rescue Force quarters.
Yeah. That guy lived too.
He did.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Another one coming from the emails. That's pretty morbid. Hey guys, love the show. Was introduced to your podcast last week and haven't been able to stop listening. Thanks, bro. Keep listening and tell your friends. Wanted to see how working in a single house is compared to working in a house with multiple companies, special units, chiefs, etc. Keep up the good work from Coleman. Coleman,
are you my friend?
You'll have nothing like it.
Is that, working in a single house, they're usually very tight, a single house. I started a single house in 2010, and it was a tight house. The only problem is, like when you're in a double house, you have more guys to make mutuals with who could pick up a tour. There's more guys to hang out with. If you're in a single house, one guy's in the house watch, one guy's in the kitchen. You only got 3 or 4 other guys left, to talk to. If you could be sitting there by yourself watching TV or something. You're in the double house. You got a lot more guys to converse with. We're in the squad. The hazmat was riding with what, 7, and we had
8.
8. We had 6. So there's a lot of guys to talk to or whatever.
Gabe Fox wrote, "You never pull it out. I disagree vehemently." Lou.
Never pull it out.
That's bullshit.
He's still not saying where he's from, Gabe Fox. He don't want to give it.
Lou's old school, man. He don't be pulling out or nothing. That's it.
Do me a favor. Let Louis answer that question while I take a pick. I got to pick.
All right.
What are we talking about?
Whether you pull out or not. Hold on. I want to wait for this one because this is a good one. This next one. So I'll give it a second before he makes a pee-pee.
These guys are pretty funny tonight.
It's a freaking awesome.
Yeah, somebody put Gabe out. He's on fire, that guy.
He never pull out.
Get an inch and 3/4.
Depends what she looks like, Gabe. All right, let's see.
Come on, it's a family show. Come on.
Yeah, at times it can
be. The Avalanche are kicking ass, man.
Oh, yeah? Well, you guys, you keep pulling it out of the last second, right? That's what keeps going on with the Rangers.
They lost they played good, but the last period they didn't play that well, and then they got beat with like 50 seconds left or something.
All right. Well, crossing our fingers. I mean, listen, they're doing good. All right. Here's a good one that we've covered before, but I wanted to bring it up again because I wanted to direct people to other shows. But good evening, lads. Love the podcast. Finally, a podcast for firefighters. Yes, finally. Keep up the great work. I have a question for your next up-and-coming Q&A session. When you, Louie, and Kevin got on the job, what was the stigma around mental health? What did you do to cope with some of the horrible shit you saw on a daily or weekly basis? I know shooting the shit after jobs helps, but was it always enough? And was talking with the guys around the table always able to help? Thanks again, from Brent. And I know we've covered this, but I wanted to get a quick perspective on this. Was it really just that was at the time you got in Scotch? That was it?
Scotch.
It's okay. I mean, if that's what it was, because it's not that anymore.
Until after 9/11, they didn't really have many guys.
Nobody talked about anything, really.
Nah, yeah. I mean, you went when you got on the job, you had to go through a psychological, but fuck, I passed, so anybody could have fucking passed.
Right. So.
He ain't lying.
No.
I mean, okay, so for some of the new viewers who haven't seen our show, right? I wanted to let them know that we have done multiple shows on mental health. So just kind of search it on our page. We did one recently. I'm just trying to pull it up here. Hold on a second. If I can.
We also did one with Travis
House. Look for our episode with Travis House.
Back on, bro. We haven't had him on in a while. We got to get him back on.
He texts me all the time.
He's a great guy.
He owns a farm.
Yeah,
he does own a farm. Yeah.
I watched his. I follow him on Instagram and stuff. I'm looking for the last episode we did on mental health. It wasn't that long ago, actually.
It was with Mikey Milner and Ronzoni.
Right. And okay, so now
Nancy Carbone.
And Captain. Oh fuck! What was his name again? I forget his name. It's terrible.
Hold on.
It was Captain.
I remember your name.
Where is it?
We're bad with names. Hold on a second, boys. Let me just see if I can pull it up. But anyway, go back and look up our mental health shows. They're really, really solid. Number one. Also, too, they have stuff now like that unit that Ronzoni is in, right?
Counseling unit.
Yeah, the counseling unit.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell them briefly, if they don't know about the counseling unit, what that unit does, Kev or Lou?
They have. Yeah. That's why he's a lieutenant.
See that?
Tell you, bro. Yeah, counseling unit's great, bro, and I'm sure it's growing now. Like we had that show, a lot of guys were chiming in.
Yeah,
a lot of the other departments around the country are getting these counseling units now with their what do they call them, peer something or others. I forget, peer counselors, and don't be afraid to reach out to them. We had a ton of guys on saying that it's really a good thing now. Back in the day, it probably wasn't. Back when my old man was on the job, they'd sit around and have a 6-pack at the firehouse. But different story today, you know.
Yeah, and it's also there's no more shame around it, you know.
Nah.
I think that we're in a different era right now. I know everyone ranks on it like, oh, we're all in touch with our feelings, but it's really important because even for all, this is not uncommon knowledge. I'm not outing Kev here. He told us on the show he had very serious issue with mental health at one point. I was actually on the Travis House episode, and he told the whole story there. So it affects even Kev, who's family to us, you know. So it could affect anybody. It could happen to anybody. I mean, I've had struggles myself with trauma, and it has nothing to do with even the firehouse, obviously, since I was never on the job. And all I can tell you guys is that getting help is the absolute best thing that has ever happened to me or anyone who needs it. There's no shame in it. I'm not embarrassed at all by that, you know. And
Pete, if you ever need help, you could call me and Coops. We'll do this.
Pete.
Yeah. You guys are very helpful.
Pete, play the music. Pete, play the music.
Hold on. I got. Hold on 1 second, bro. This would be me. Guys, I'm very hurt.
By your words.
By your words.
I'm very hurt by you talking about my free vacation.
And this is what I would say. This is what I would say. Actually, I would call the counseling unit, and I would say,
after last show, you should have. You what?
I was hurt at work today. I was hurt at work today.
He was hurt at work the other day. We started talking about his free vacation.
I was hurt at work today.
Anyway, yeah. So honestly, if you need help, get help. Super important. That's I you know, Mikey Milner, who's often in the chat, he's often ready to talk about it. Ron Zoni, he's all about that life.
Call me and Coops. We'll help you.
Yeah, we'll work you through it. That's what we do. We're friends. We're here for you.
We'll work you through it.
We'll work you through it.
Yeah. Oh, Kev is struggling now since he found out he is Italian, Patty Lee.
He sent me a text. I gotta read you the text he sent me this morning.
Shit.
I gotta read. I was crying. So this is how you know. This is how you know. He sends me that picture of what he is, 44%, 18%. He writes, "What the F? I'm 23% WAP."
He was ready to sue Coops. Coops was about to sue somebody.
Maybe I could sue with punitive damages.
I was
that you're
going to
giving
sue
me.
somebody.
No, what did I write to him? I said, "You're a little Mick too."
Yeah, a little bit Mick.
9% Mick.
Yeah.
That's why you're always drinking, you filthy animal.
Oh
Maybe.
my God, you fucking maniacs. Anyway, so guys, go back in the archives, check out our mental health shows, check out the Travis House episodes, and we've done a couple of episodes around mental health. We will continue to do those as time goes on because we think it's one of our missions here on the show, as we have many. I think it's super important. So if you have trauma, deal with it, man. That's the only way. You have to unpack that stuff. Just deal with it. Find the right person to help you. And I promise
asking
you.
about Chief Steve in there.
What's up with Chief Steve?
Chief Steve is. I was at a party with him the other day. He's actually, I believe, he's the #1 guy, the senior man on the entire FDNY right now. How do you like them apples? So he's getting out soon. He's still on the job, and when he gets out, we're gonna do a lot more segments with him. He's gonna be free to do a lot more segments, and I got something in mind for.
He's gonna be funny.
No, I can't guarantee that, but I told you we had a segment. We're gonna go around like a guy like Boss Tweed, right? We're gonna go back where he was born, where his office was, a whole bunch of things up to where he's buried. We're gonna go.
War Wagon in the chat saying Coops has been Italian for one night and his hands haven't stayed still all show. War Wagon, I fucking love you.
What are you doing?
Lou, what the fuck
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, Mink, yeah.
Yes, dickhead.
Oh man, MCs, man. MCs sharing in the chat. You see that? That's what I'm talking about, man. Yeah, this is good stuff. All right, moving on.
You're gonna see MC live on the show when we do the wife show. He will be MCing the wife show.
Hey, all right, here we go. Number 9. We got 11 tonight. A couple more. Love the show, boys. Are there any repercussions for the or discipline for any of the antics of the FDNY? If we did half of the things you guys did, we'd be suspended for days. Thanks for the insight, Tom Ging, Indianapolis Fire Department.
I think it's more strict now. I'll tell you one quick story. Pete Brennan, who died on 9/11. Other than Ruffy, he was one of my best friends, and he was one of the biggest buffs, one of the weirdest little dudes. He used to call him Mr. Peabody. He used to laugh like this. He's so if my wife was pregnant, he says, "So what does your wife do?" I said, "Well, she's doing. No, what does she do for a living?"
He used to do that all the time.
Dude, that was it. So anyway, he was a huge buff. So he gets
He
detailed.
loved the job. That guy loved the job.
He gets detailed to Rescue one day, right? Now I'm waiting for him to come back so I can leave. So this little mother effer, sure shit, he's got to ride to the end of bell to bell because he wants to be in Rescue 1. I'm waiting for him. And he pulls up like 6:45, right? And he walks out. And he drives home from Rescue 4 in his full bunker gear, helmet on, the whole 9 yards. I'm like, all right, I'm going to get him. I go up to the roof with a giant 5-gallon pail of water. And I'm trying to time it as he walks through the front door. I dump the bucket. But as he walks through the front door, some lady walks right around the corner and fucking wham, I hit her right in the head with 5 gallons of water. So I'm like a high school kid. I panic, and what do? I run into the shower.
He did it.
I run into the shower. So I'm showering up. So it would be like me, right?
Right.
All of a sudden, Ungaro gets on the bitch box. He goes, Kubla, come down to the Wild House, please.
Oh my God.
I didn't get in trouble. He maybe apologized to the lady, but dude, I must have hit her like square right in the mush with 5 gallons of water from the roof, bro. And this little bastard, I don't know how he walked through the door, and for the time it took the water to travel from the roof to the sidewalk, some lady got it right in the mush.
Oh my God.
I'm not going to say where this was, but it could have been in Brooklyn. But we went to one of the guys in the firehouse got a medal, so we went to the medal day ceremony in Manhattan, and then we had a bus and we went to the coalition for the borough, and then we might have stopped off at a bar where some girls dance, and then we might have went here, we might have went there, and then we all came back to the firehouse after a whole day of that, drinking all day. And what happens? Guys are hanging out in Class A's, we're laughing and drinking. I mean, it's been a great day the whole day. Next thing you know, there's a garbage can on fire in the kitchen, right? And everybody's seeing who could stay in there, and all this shit's starting to get crazy. Next thing you know, some guy runs in with a can, right? He lets everybody down. Everybody's, and everybody scatters. Now, this could have happened. I don't know. I heard it happened. Allegedly, I might have saw it. I think somebody's seen it. The next thing I know, there's lines off the rig, the front bumper, the stang is in operation.
No.
And it's like going across the wall of the firehouse.
Nice.
And it knocks out all of like the citations that are on the wall, knocks them off. It knocks out the bitch box. It knocks out the teleprinter.
Awesome.
It knocks out all the phone lines. It's in the house watch operating.
I was
into
going
the
to
house
say,
watch.
in the house watch.
It's full bore, 500 gallons, gone. The rig is bouncing off the floor, right? I do like the Irish exit out the door after that. I'm like, I'm just saying it could have happened. And as it turned out, maybe there wasn't any runs that came over the teleprinter or I think we were getting calls on the phone for like
smoke
2 weeks.
signals.
Yeah, because could have happened. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what I heard. Nowadays I don't know.
Man, I got another one, dude. So, dude, when I was working in 116 truck, there was a guy who could take all the details from 140, and he thought he was an actor. I'm not going to give his name, but he thought he was an actor. He was in one movie, The Rocketeer. If you blinked, you probably missed him. You didn't see him. But on his license plate, he thought he was such a big actor. It said, I love CA, like California. Like he was ILUVCA. So these nitwits make up a plate, right? To make it look exactly like a New York State license plate, but it says, I love cock.
I was going to say it had to be. Which would fit perfectly. It would fit perfectly.
Dude, the guy must have been driving around with that for months because he kept coming. He was the guy that took all the details because he got portal to portal. He's driving around with license plates and saying, I love cock.
ILUV cock.
Oh, dude, it was hilarious. Guys were waving to him
Oh,
or something,
my
right? You said like
Hi.
guys were winking at him.
Oh my god.
So I'm gonna throw this one in there because Patty Lee knows this. You dick. So I think this has happened in a lot of firehouses, but this particular guy, we always used to throw in like whatever it was. If there was a big lotto thing, everybody would throw in $2 or whatever. So each person would throw in $2, and then they would get whatever it was, $25 lotto tickets, and they would put the tickets up on the board. So
I've heard this one.
I think I told you that, right? So this one guy's like, I'm getting my own tickets too, So when he came back, I think he left his tickets with the other tickets, right? So one of the guys comes in. I mean, one of the I could have strangled this guy. Like, he was absolutely the biggest ball breaker, and he comes in early that morning. Everybody's sleeping. He comes in. He sees the tickets, right? So he goes, runs down. Now they already picked the numbers. He runs down, picks the numbers that were already picked, right, for next week, and comes back and sticks it in that pack of tickets, right, and pins it back up on the wall. And that's where I get I never liked you. That's where I get that from, is because he comes down from, the bunk. It's like 7 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, takes his tickets, and now he's looking through it. And again, this is happening in the firehouse. So you would have to imagine, you would have to double, triple, quadruple check this, right? But he goes off, yes, yes, finally, one time in my life, the whole thing, like, what, I knew I was destined for this, the whole, whatever it is. I never liked you. I never liked you. I never liked you, and he storms out, like, because he was getting off. And then he finds out that obviously it's for the following week,
right.
And he had to come back to the firehouse, and it was just like, if he didn't kill that, he knew who it was. I mean, he knew who it was. But
I think they did that to Harry Ford and Rescue Ford too.
Yeah, dude, that's had to happen in every firehouse. I mean, it had to have happened.
Numbers and they bought those tickets and they put them where his tickets were, and he thought he won the lotto. Guys are fucking cruel, bro.
You would never know. It would be fucking silence.
Yeah, dude, I would have, right? If that would have been you, it would have been, first of all, you would have been a rubber to get your own tickets, right? When everybody's getting, tickets together. Yeah. So you would never say anything. You could always say, my wife bought them, I would never say I had my own tickets. Yeah, but everybody has done that. But that's where I get when you're drinking.
I never liked you.
I never liked you. Yeah.
He pulled the old fuck you. Who's next? He pulled that old coming to America.
Fuck you, and fuck you.
That was great.
Oh man. All right. So 2 more questions, boys. This one's from Mrs. Procaccini's husband himself.
Oh shit.
We have to slow down on breaking Rob's balls, because now we're Rangers.
I heard you guys are big buddies
talk all the time.
Bro.
So let's after the Rangers win the cup, then you can break those balls all the
time. Okay.
I told Procaccini the other day.
Rob,
he's like on the inner circle of the Gettin Salty podcast. He goes, no, I'm like Howard Stern's whack pack. I'm one of the whack pack. I'm like, no, you're not, bro.
He's funny, man.
You've been to my fucking house,
Yeah, we were out to dinner and we hung out.
He's got a hot wife. That's why we let him hang around.
That too.
He definitely has a hot wife, no doubt. Yeah.
And I say that with all due respect.
Oh, Mrs. Procaccini, we love her.
She's fun. All right. During the war years, did squad companies act similar to the way they do now? And if so, what were the positions and duties that they had on the fire ground?
Well, for this, you're going to have to tune in to the almost finished, on my end, then I'm going to give it off to Pete, squad documentary, which is going to be huge and colossal. But I can tell you that they were originally used as a manpower, surplus. All they had was truck tools, and they would go from fire to fire and basically do whatever the chief wanted them to do. But you'll see the progression in the documentary of how they went from, they had hose wagons that they took out the hose and put in bench seats, to a bread truck, to pumpers, so I've been working my balls off to get this thing done, and then me and Pete are going to sit down. It's going to be cool.
We're shooting interviews. I'm going to go into. I'm a cameraman by trade, but I edit right? I wouldn't call myself an editor, but I'm going to go deep on this one. I'm going to go and add all the effects that I can add.
Dude, look at Iman 6, a
squadrimentary.
Oh, we're going to steal that, bro. I ain't
right.
paying you.
What does he get for that? 10%?
He ain't getting shit for that.
I never liked you.
Never liked you.
Whoa, Sammy, what is that?
What is it? I'd rather have a sister and a horse than a brother and a
brother in the
Wow,
squad,
Sammy's got a she's fun sized, she says, and
she's coming out hot with that.
She's coming out shit hot for
Patty Lee's got stories.
Patty Lee's got stories of what?
On Squad back in the day.
Okay, Patty Lee will come interview.
Patty Lee.
Patty Lee.
Coop's podcast at gmail.com. I can't thank guys enough, like Chief Kleehouse, John Calderone, John Norman, Sperber. I can't tell you how many guys are sending me information. That's
man.
It's gonna be off the hook.
It's gonna be crazy good, and I'm gonna try to just up my level on this one because each documentary, like we did The Rock. I want to, for everyone that we do, that's a special thing. I want to up the game.
As long as we get that same guy who does the voiceover. That guy is great. That guy is awesome.
I love doing that, man. I really do. I love doing the show.
Lucky strike.
That's right.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
Is that E-Man? Is that Justin Ensman?
Call Chief Tracy.
E-Man, is that Justin Ensman?
That's Lieutenant Justin Ensman now.
He is a lieutenant now, bro.
Patty Lee saying he doesn't know if you can tell these stories. Hey, Loot 7, thank you, bro. Thank you very much. Loot.
Give it loot. Give it loot.
Loot's in there. One of our.
Man, it is Justin Ensman. I knew it.
Never heard of him.
E-Man. I met E-Man when he was on EMS, bro. When I was going to the gym.
Bop.
He was a bop. No, he was on EMS.
Now he's pointing around like
he was
this.
On
you go
EMS.
there, you go over there, you go over here.
I was working out at Uncle Al's gym.
Nice.
Back in the day.
All right. One last great question here. One last great one. How did you manage to be a firefighter and put your life on the line while also supporting your family and spending time with them? Also, how did you manage to create such a good-looking, funny, and swole son from Mickey Coobs?
Wow.
I don't know. Good looking. I don't know if I would use the word good.
Wow. He's a good-looking boy.
He's a handsome devil.
Boy, my boy.
He's a handsome devil.
Yeah. You know what the thing is? The fire department becomes part of the family, so you incorporate them into family life. So you go to the firehouse picnic. Mickey knows. You go to the firehouse Christmas party. You go to all these events. But what he used to say all the time, bro: work, church, and home. Right? So it's work, church, and home. You always take care of the family. I say to myself all the time, I just look at my father, my mother didn't work. He had 7 kids at home. He was working 3 different jobs. And I'd say, look at this guy. Now, what kind of life is that? And then all of a sudden you wake up and you're that guy doing the same exact thing, right? But he was always there, as much as he could be. As long as you always make sure that your family is first and then the jobs are second. As far as making a good-looking son, I mean, look where he's coming from. Look at the DNA right here, bro. You know what I mean? Look at the DNA.
And swole.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Be afraid. Be very afraid. He does say that.
Also, you know what? He's all your kids, phenomenal human beings. You raised them good babies, and I mean it.
Thank you very much.
Twins, and obviously Lukey and Odin, who my kids dearly miss and love. It's like you done good, bro. So it's got to be a challenge, though, right, Louis? Like you have wonderful
daughter's
kids.
birthday. That's
right.
All,
happy birthday.
Whose birthday is it tonight?
Camilla.
Melly Mells. Happy birthday, Melly Mells. How old?
15.
Oh, you're in trouble.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
Oh man. So wait, I gotta ask, Louis. So same story for you. Like you have daughters too. So Coobs has a daughter as well, but that's a different beast altogether, isn't it?
Oh my God. You have no idea. Like
I don't have daughters.
I'm saying it was the drama. But you know what it is with the girls? Like I guess it is the same with the boys. Like anybody who had kids, they love you, they love you, they love you. They get to that 13, 14, they hate you.
Oh.
And then they come back around, hopefully around 19, 20, they come back around, especially the girls. I think my oldest is 21. We do everything together now. She's graduating college actually this weekend.
Phenomenal.
You got a lot of stuff hanging on going on.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff going on. And then and she's a
Where's
big
the
Ranger
party?
fan.
Where's the big party?
The 18th. It is. So the day I'm actually I was gonna tell you this, but I might as well do it live. I'm gonna have to take my car to Syracuse because I have to come back on that Saturday. I'm coming straight to the party. So my wife was like, "You can't go," but I'm like, "Well, I have to go." But that's what you have to do. You got to balance.
So how does it?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. How's this working? We're going up. We're taking separate cars.
Yeah, because I have to. I'm coming back Saturday straight here after the show. Straight home.
Mink.
Oh, I don't care about that. What's the difference?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it don't matter. I thought you were like leaving me at the show by myself. I was gonna say,
No.
It's gonna be just be Coobs.
The only way
donut.
I can do it is that way. Otherwise, it's going to cost you. It's another 40 minutes.
Oh no, that's fine. Yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to eat again that whole couple of days. We'll eat Nathan's and Burger King. We'll do what we have to do.
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs. Burger King. Yes, Pete. He knows. We
What?
It's tough. It's tough. You know what I mean? It's tough when we go to
do?
those shows. No, we go to those shows. We don't. It's hot dogs and Burger King. when we
Oh
go out,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. It's never anything.
This is
not
the key.
anything good.
Chris Burke. The key is, I used to tell my daughters, I'm not your friend. We could be friends later, because everything that you say to them, you know, I tell them all the time, your friends don't have your best interest at heart all the time. I always have your best interest. Nobody's going to have more of your interest than me. So we could be friends later. I'm not going to be a crazy dad, but down the road, what do I tell them all the time? My daughter said it at my first daughter at her sweet 16. I gave the speech. You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall. It's deep down in places you don't like to talk about at parties. In the back, you really want me making the tough decisions. You might fight it, but you really want me to make the tough decisions.
That's really actually really good.
More? I want to know more. Like, where is that? I just saw a shooter in there. Where is that? Shooter. We got some goddamn good steaks in Syracuse. Well, how about you let a couple of shekels out your wallet? You take Billy Louie out to a steak dinner. You know what I'm saying, Shooter?
I'm on a fixed income, bro. Help the guy out.
Paycheck to paycheck. And sometimes I don't make it, you know?
My God.
Sometimes I don't make it.
All right.
It's tough.
That was all the questions.
That's it.
Time to go to the shooting range. That don't hurt either, Joe.
Let's go.
Speak softly and carry a 44. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, it's funny you should say 44. I've just been looking at
with the
single.
Oh, with the 17.
No. I've been looking at old cowboy guns, Lou. You'd be interested in this.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, lever action model 1873.
Really?
They make them in 44, and they also make the single action Colt Army 7.5-inch barrel in 44.
Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful thing.
John, I'm looking for golf shirts, by the way. It's just very tough to get stock in a lot of stuff. Everything is
right now. It's tough.
The supply.
We're still waiting on the goddamn where do you work shirt. Swallow the smoke, for Christ's sake.
What's happening with the other shirt? Drive fast, take chances. That's coming. Is the guy
he hasn't
drawing
even
that?
started the artwork on that yet. Who knows? I can't take it anymore. The underwear is I don't know how many weeks back long. It's crazy. Yeah.
All right.
Any questions in the chat before we wrap this bad boy up?
3, 2, and we're out.
That's it?
That's it, boys. That's it. All right. So, shall we go through the... everybody, one more time. Listen up. Wednesday night this week. Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Wednesday. We'll put a post up in the fan page tomorrow to remind everybody, but it's going to be Chief of Department Tommy Richardson.
100th episode. Get on there.
Look at what Gabe Fox wrote.
In light of recent events, when can we expect to see Gonzo drink?
Yep. You know it.
In light of recent events.
I'm going to come on with the big Italian horn, too, bro. Yeah.
Oh, we got to get him the horn.
Why do you have a red pepper hanging from? It's for the demons, you know?
It's for the demons.
It's for the demons.
You don't have that in your family.
Nobody looks at you and cripples your soul. The Maloik. It's for the Maloik.
The Maloik.
Oh, the Maloik.
You know.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I gave Fox. He's pretty funny.
Yeah, man. Very nice, boys.
He could be like 600 pounds sitting in his basement somewhere at all. You know what I mean?
We don't
know nothing.
He won't tell us nothing about himself, bro.
Nope. He's keeping it quiet.
Secret squirrel?
To the best.
He's playing secret squirrel over there. I don't know what he's doing.
We'll find out. Shooter's saying to come test some of his shit, meaning his gun.
What is Shooter saying? But hey, if you guys want to do dinner in Syracuse, let's Fucking what? Do it again? Do what again?
It's
took
for
a
the
selfie.
eye, says Gonzo. It's for the eye. The evil
The
eye.
eye.
The eye.
The eye.
You know, the eye.
Mm.
God,
All right.
who's better? Honestly right now? Who's better than that dude, man? Matt Maniscalco. He's the best.
I don't know. You.
He's
You're
awesome.
better.
Oh, thank you. All right, boys.
Oh.
Good times tonight. Everybody tune in Wednesday for the 100th episode with
Look at
Chief
me.
of
Look at me.
Department.
Wednesday. I don't want to see
Wednesday.
shit on the Facebook. Hey, is there a show tonight? Wednesday.
We had to move it as per the request of Chief of Department.
Yes.
Tommy
I wound up working out right because my Lukey's graduating on Thursday. So my
Congrats,
son's graduating
man.
on Thursday. Yeah.
Very
yes.
nice.
Yes. All right.
Very nice. All right, boys.
Buonanotte, Coops. Buonanotte.
What is that?
Good night.
You're Italian,
Listen,
Coops.
you're
You should
Italian. You
know
don't know this shit.
Buonanotte.
Buonanotte.
I use my hands. Buonanotte.
Buonanotte.
Yep.
All right, boys. Here we go. Find us on audio, guys. We're on all the players. Subscribe. It's free. Please. Speaking of subscribing, subscribe at youtube.com/gettinsaltyexperience. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Come on, guys. It's super simple. We want to make this the biggest firefighter podcast in the world. Right now, I feel like it is, but I think it could be much, much bigger and better. So let's get it there, boys. And it's not for personal gain. I just want to spread the love, man. I want to do more with this show. If the bigger we get, the more we can do with it. We can fly out to firehouses. We can, and that too. But listen, we could seriously do so much more with your help. So subscribe. That's it. That's all you got to do.
Is it all that much to call up a friend and say, "Hey, check out this
Phone a
podcast"?
friend.
Is that too much to ask?
Come on.
What are you doing?
I mean, if we have, what boggles my mind is that we have over 42,000 subs in the fans page, but we have 25 or 6 on the YouTube.
I don't get it. That math doesn't add up. Listen,
It
I'm not
doesn't.
Asian.
We're shy
I'm
about
not a
20K.
math fucking expert, but-
All right, Rocco.
All right. Instagram. Find us at Salty Dog Inc. Guys, we told you at the beginning, but we'll tell you again. gettinsaltyapparel.com. That's how we pay the bills around here. All right. Super chat. Thank you to everybody in the super chat. You guys are phenomenal. We really appreciate you. Number one sponsors are the fans, and we cannot thank you enough. If you're on Facebook, the Gettin' Salty fans page, check it out. It has become a firewire for the world. All right, guys, sharing stuff in there left and right. It's really cool. And there's no bullshit in there. It's a good, positive page. We keep it that way. Gettin' Salty ads at gmail.com if you guys want to advertise with us. You email me, email us. I'll shoot you our shield.
Shoot it.
Shoot the J.
Shoot the J.
Hey, okay. gettinsaltyexperience at gmail.com for all of your questions, like the ones that we asked tonight. Okay. Coobs podcast at gmail.com for
Christ's sake, and slow down. Do you want to get on the show? If you want to see your fotch on the show, send some fire pictures. Send some pictures of your hot old lady. Send some videos. Send some table pictures. Send your rig. Send your firehouse. Send some meals. Do something if you want to get on the show, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be yours, too. It could be something cool that you saw on the internet that you think everybody should see. So,
what he said, yeah.
That's it, guys. That's all the news that's fit to print.
I'm going to say it one more time. Gonzo, call me tomorrow. We got to talk. I ain't calling you. Call me because I want to do you. But watch this. I already got it. I want to do you a favor. So call me tomorrow.
Wow.
Forget about it.
He's Italian for one night.
Otherwise, forget about it. Yeah.
Those peppers, forget about it.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
It's a friend of ours.
All right, listen, also remember that after Wednesday, we'll be off for 2 weeks. We won't be here for 2 weeks. Pete will be on his free vacation, and me and Ruffy will be traveling, doing Syracuse, and we'll be doing the New England Chiefs show up in Worcester. So we have some,
down pat now, Worcester.
We do. We have some shows that we're taping, so you will have some content. You just won't have this live shit right here. You know what I'm saying? 2 weeks, but Wednesday night.
Rangers will be playing for the Stanley Cup at that point, so I might.
I can't wait till we go out for hot dogs and we watch them at the bar eating some hot dogs. So 2 weeks we'll be back. Don't forget Wednesday, the 100th show. Couple of surprises. We got some nice stuff planned, so do it. That's all I got. Yep.
All right.
Wrap it up. Pete, wrap it up. Is that it? You did wrap it up.
Yes.
All right. Do we see you on? Repeat after me. Wednesday. Stay low and go. See you.
We'll see you at the big one.
Hmm.
Cheers, everybody.